Hello, hello, good morning. Welcome to Playful Prosperity. Thank you for joining me live and, of course, on the replay. Wherever you may be catching this broadcast, let me know you're here so that I can send you some love and answer any questions that you might have about today's broadcast. So for those of you who don't know me, who are just getting to know me, my name is Cindy. I am a quantum numerologist and wealth activator. What the heck does that even mean? It means that I help you to understand who you are, what you want, and how to get it. And today's conversation, I want to talk about the how to get it part. I've been having a lot of conversations lately with people, and this is something that I talk about on a very deep level often, is you need to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, it's very hard for the universe to bring that to fruition. But here's the other piece that's a bit of sometimes a misunderstanding of how universal law works. So it's one thing to know what you want. It's another thing to choose it. So one of the examples that I love to use with this, because I used to be a cocaine addict and I used to have a real problem with it years and years and years ago. But what would happen is that I would have this awareness that I didn't want to do it anymore. And so then I would go into a process of accepting that I had created that reality for myself. And then from there, I would miss the very important step of choosing not to do it anymore, of choosing to take responsibility for myself. And so then I would go right back to step one of having this awareness. So I would wake up one morning after a night of partying and say, oh my God, I'm never doing that again. I don't want to do that again. This was an awareness I was having. And then I would spend the day beating the shit out of myself, or at least a couple of days beating the crap out of myself, feeling the guilt, the pain, the shame, the blame, all of those pieces without actually forgiving myself. I may have forgiven just a little bit, but not enough to get me to that place of choice. And then 2 days later, I'd be feeling physically better. And so off I would go again and go party again. Now we see this happening time and time again. We see this happening outside of the traditional cocaine or drug addiction and alcoholism. We see this as entrepreneurs, where entrepreneurs they have an awareness. I want this thing. I want to create a $10,000 month. Cool. Then you have to navigate the money story and all of the old pieces and accepting the reality that you have not yet created that for yourself. And so there's some forgiveness work that needs to be done. There's an acceptance of, yes, this is what I want that needs to be done. And then there's the moment of choice. Do you choose to have the $10,000? Now, it might seem counterintuitive because you're like, yeah, I want the $10,000. But there's a difference between wanting and choosing, because the wanting of it is this kind of crapshoot. Maybe it could possibly happen. And then you develop the desire and the emotion and you start amplifying the emotion of it. And what can happen is that the money stories come in, the old programming comes in, and then we start to feel the emotion of not feeling great. And we go, oh, well, maybe it's not for me. Bullshit. You have to choose that it's for you. And you have to be willing to move through the shadow to get to that side of it. And so as humans, we don't want to do that. We've been trained by society to numb it, dumb it, drug it, alcohol it, Netflix it, shove it under the carpet, feed it, etc., instead of just facing it. Intense emotion is only meant to be felt for approximately 15 minutes. And if we can feel that for 15 minutes without judgment, of just sitting there and saying, I am having a moment of anxiety or fear or sadness or whatever it is, I'm experiencing a moment of it, and I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Through that process, you can come to the place of, I choose to have a $10,000 month, or a $100,000 year, or whatever it is that you want. I choose to feel wealthy in my business. Doesn't even have to have a dollar amount. But here's the crux of it. You must choose. You might want something, but then you must choose that you can have it. And you must believe that you can have it. And from that choice comes the first action step. So when we're going through the process, we want to skip to the action part, right? We don't want to feel those emotions. And so we have this awareness, I want a $10,000 month or whatever it is that you want. And then you skip over the emotions part of it and really skip over the choice of it, and then take actions that aren't in alignment with it because you're just doing the things that other people told you to do. And then you wonder why you don't have it. There's a very important step-by-step process that is universal law. Awareness of what you want, accepting your current reality, the word didn't want to come out, accepting your current reality, and then choosing to have a new one, and then taking action. So all of the emotions that are stirring up, all of the stuff, your shadows, all of the things, those old stories, generational programming, past life programming, whatever it is, face it head on, feel it, look it in the mirror, and then choose to be stronger. Choose to feel something different. Choose to love yourself anyways. Choose to move through it with grace, and then take action, because that is how you get what you want. I hope you have an amazing, amazing week. I love you. I believe in you, and I see your power. Bye for now.